Welcome to Teachers in Real Estate, a podcast with your host, Jackie Durbin. I built a six-figure income from using what I learned from being a teacher. Teachers make great agents, but guys, it isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Some people are cutthroat. Some clients will make you want to throw in the towel, but for years and your years in education, they've built you for this career in real estate, and I'm here to help you. With the right mindset and the right tribe, you can experience the same success. You can either supplement your income as a part-time agent or go full-time into real estate. The tools I will share will help you gain the confidence and expertise to reach your goals. Whatever your goals are, let's enjoy this time together. This podcast is geared for teachers who are looking to get their start in real estate. The teachers who are already rocking the dual careers. Guys, if that's you, grab your notebook, pencil, and buckle up because we are about to begin Teachers in Real Estate. Hey there, friends. Guys, I hope that you had a wonderful holiday season and you are ready to have a wonderful kickstart to 2023. Guys, one of the things I do that I think contributed to my success in education, my organization in education, and also my success in organization in real estate is time blocking. I don't know about you, but one of the things that I would always do when I would get into my classroom for like the beginning of the new year is I would like write my schedule up on the board, right? Okay. Hey guys, this is when we're doing this. This is when we're doing this. Now, why do we as teachers always put our schedule on the board? Okay. Well, one of the reasons we do it is to kind of hold ourselves accountable, right? So that way, if the district comes through, and we all know about that, right? And like I say, hey, it's 10 o'clock and I'm supposed to be teaching math, then I'm actually teaching math, right? It's also a way to let the students know, hey, this is what you can anticipate for the day, right? But also it's a way to create a routine, right? So you know every single day, this time, this is what I do. And it just becomes part of your regular occurrence, right? When I first started teaching and I didn't have those schedules set, it really did. I don't think my kids got the best of me because I was kind of like flying by the seat of my pants, like, hey, you know what? Let's do this today, or oh, let's do this, or oh, and that's not how our brains work. Our brains work better when we have a pattern, when we have a schedule, and when we can kind of anticipate what's actually going to happen, right? So anyhow, it was something that I was very adamant about as a teacher, obviously, clearly, and something that I knew that was going to be needed in my real estate, right? Because being your own boss, it sounds like a great idea. I remember I was like, oh my gosh, yes, no politician, no lobbyist, none of these people are going to tell me what to do. I'm going to be able to do what I know is necessary for my students. Like everything's going to work out. Guys, it's freaking hard being your own boss. Like it's really, really hard, right? Because if you fail, it's your fault. I mean, let's just be plain and easy, right? If you fail in real estate, it's because of something you did not do well. Okay. It's you not working hard enough in certain areas. And as you recall from our very first coming back, podcast that we had, failure rate's really high in real estate. And the reason why is because so many real estate agents do not time block. They're like, you know what? I can't time block because every day is different, right? My plan could change. I could say that I'm going to do this during this time, but then I have to go and like show a house. Yes. Okay. This is true. All right. You could have like the perfect schedule set out for yourself, right? Perfect schedule. And then a client calls and you have to go show a house. Now, are you going to tell them, sorry, I'm supposed to be prospecting at this time, which means I'm supposed to be making calls. So I'm sorry, I can't show you a house today. I mean, if you do that and they don't call another agent to show them a house, you have really loyal clients. But no, yes, of course you do that, right? The whole process of time blocking, and this is what people need to understand is, because of our industry, yes, your time blocking will be flexible. Okay. Meaning, yes, from this time to this time, this is what you're going to be doing, right? You're going to be making calls. But if you have to show a house or you have to, I don't know, go pick up your kid because they got sick at school, then yes, like those things are going to change. But what it does is it lets you know this is what's going to happen. It's no different, guys, than when you had sub plans, right? Okay, so when you create your lesson plans, right, the week before, hopefully you're one of those people. That's how I was, right? Like I would like create my lesson plans on like Tuesday for the following week. But sometimes I worked with people, Kyle Allen at Summit school, he would like plan his freaking lessons like the day before. And dude, it drove me crazy. I'm like, I can't do this. I need a plan. But anyhow, so the bottom line was we were both amazing teachers. So Kyle, no shade, not throwing shade at Kyle. I'm just saying everybody, different strokes for different folks, right? However, if you do that in real estate, what happens is you get down in these rabbit holes and you start seeing shiny objects and you start going for the shiny objects instead of what's actually going to generate income, right? So how do you plan for the day? Guys, in this episode, I'm going to share a probable time blocking for a full-time agent. Now, I know that some of you who are listening may not be a full-time agent right now, okay? And what is a full-time agent? Does that mean you're working 40 hours a week? No. A full-time real estate agent is a 20-hour a week gig. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a full-time real estate agent. I work way more than freaking 20 hours a week. Sometimes I think I work more than 40 hours a week, okay? Like I'm always on my computer, I'm always doing stuff, but I have a lot of responsibilities and I'm okay with that, okay? I'll slow down when I'm ready to. But let's go ahead and look at this, okay? If you're someone who is getting into real estate or you're someone who's been into real estate and now you're like, man, my revenue is shot. I'm not making any money. This market's really messing me up. Guys, this is the perfect episode for you. So grab your paper, grab your pencil, grab whatever you write with, and let's get this stuff down. Number one, first rule is you need to take a look at your past transactions, okay? You need to look at the past year or the past 2 years or however long you've been in the business, okay? Where are you getting your business, okay? The reason why I say this is because a lot of real estate agents, the reason why their business slows down is because they're not paying close enough attention to where their business comes from, okay? Now, my husband and I, the majority of our business comes from a neighborhood that we are connected to. It's within our community, and that's where our business comes from. So what does that mean? That means that all of our extracurricular activities, any kind of events that we're going to plan, it needs to be centered around that neighborhood. And the reason why is because that's where we get our business, right? It would be like going, hey, I'm going to, my strawberries died, okay, because I didn't take care of them enough, but, and they're all dead, like totally dead, okay? But then I've got these tomatoes that look great. So instead of cultivating the tomato plants, you're still working on the strawberries. Well, dude, the strawberries are dead. Quit worrying about the strawberries, okay? Try the strawberries later. Work on the tomatoes, okay? Does that make sense? Hopefully. Okay, it's clear as mud. So here is the one thing that I will tell you. Social media. Yep, social media. Okay, it's a great tool. I love all social media platforms. If someone were to grab my phone, you would find Snapchat, you would find TikTok, you would find Instagram, you would have Facebook. There would be, what's the new one that I put on there? Oh, Be Real. I also have YouTube. I have everything, okay? However, you have to be very guarded when being a real estate agent and being on social media, okay? Now, let me tell you the benefits of using social media. You can learn things, okay? TikTok is a great way to learn stuff, okay? So is YouTube. You can grow, okay? You can grow in your business. You can learn from other agents. You can find lots of stuff, okay? You can prospect. Heck yeah. I mean, hello. People always get mad. Like they're like, the Instagram algorithm is messing with me. You're right. Be mad that there's this platform for free that puts you in front of all these people that you don't know. You're right. Oh my gosh, they're so mean to you. Wah, wah, wah. Guys, so what if you're not getting 1,000 views or, whatever? Who cares? Were there 10 people who looked at it that didn't already know you? That's winning. Okay? Like seriously, people drive me crazy, okay? Social media is also great for generating new clients, right? Because guess what? Every new follower you get, they're a new client, okay? However, here's the negatives though. Social media can also take you away from your business. You can get distracted. How many, and I'm raising my hand as a person who's admitting that I do this, get on TikTok and just start scrolling, and then you look down and it's been like 30, 40 minutes. Yeah, it's a real thing, okay? Why do we do that? Because we're stressed, okay? And if you don't understand how social media works, here's just a snippet of how it works, okay? They know how long you're watching certain videos. They look at the categories of what you're double tapping and what you're going past. The things that keep your attention for longer periods of time, that's what they're going to keep showing you. Okay. That's the reason why everyone's feeds look different, right? We're not all looking at the exact same videos. If someone were to pull up my TikTok feed right now, you know what you would see? Kittens being funny. That's what the algorithm knows. Oh my gosh, that's what really gets her excited. And why is that? Because when I'm stressed out, when I have anxiety, when I'm bored, when I need a break, what do? I go to TikTok, and how do they keep me on there? Showing me those flipping cat videos. I mean, I don't know if you've seen some of them, but they're really cute. Okay. All right. What else? Distraction. It can also get you overwhelmed. I know, especially early on in the industry, I would go on there and I would like see these beautiful women with these wonderful photos in front of these awesome houses. Like, I wasn't even really paying attention to it, but it was overwhelmed because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm failing. I'm not doing what they're doing, right? Which brings me to my next thing. Being on social media for long periods of time, you're going to start comparing yourself. And that's just, it's not good, right? Okay, so here's step one. Create a 1 hour block daily or even every other day for social media. Okay. Now, what are you going to do during that 1 hour block? You could create social media content. Okay, so you could batch create. That's what that's called. Now, there's negatives and positives about batch creation. Okay, I am not a social media coach, but I have a good friend. Her name is Danielle Nielsen. She actually has a podcast. I think it's called I think it's called Agents Get Social. Anyhow, she's on all the platforms. Okay, and I do what she says. So batch creation is good for one because you can like get dressed up, you fix your hair, you just change out your shirts, and you can make a lot of stuff. Okay. However, when you batch create, you also miss trends. Okay. So there has to be a certain balance. And yes, Danielle Nielsen, and it's Nielson, and she has a podcast that's amazing about social media. And then she's also a social media coach. She's on Instagram and on TikTok. And I think it's just her name. But anyhow, so in that hour, you are going to do everything. Okay. You're going to create content. You could even go live. You could go live showing a house. That could be part of your hour. All right. You want to also interact with your followers and your friends. This is where a lot of people fail at using social media in the right way, in my opinion. Okay. And I say that because guess what? For the longest time, I failed at this. Okay. The only thing that I was worried about on social media for the longest time was how many people are looking at my stuff. Okay, how many views did I get? How many likes? How many comments? And then I'm going to compare it to like another agent. Guys, that's a total and absolute waste of social media. So, how will you use it? This is how you're going to use it. Okay, you post something, right? Okay, don't stay on the thing. All right, but later on, you need to go back and see who's liking it. Message them and say, thank you so much for interacting with my post. This is my name. This is my niche. This is what I do. This is the area that I serve. I would love to be able to help you. Okay. And then go to their page and now interact with their content. Okay. So do not just hit like. Okay. A freaking monkey or a robot can do that. Actually comment stuff, and don't comment stuff with just like a thumbs up or like a, oh, thanks, or a love this or a blah, blah, blah. Be interactive, because what you're trying to do is create friendships. Okay. Now, the reason why I say to do this is because business and prospecting happens organically in direct messages. That does not mean that you should go to all of your people who are on your social media and start sending them all a direct message. Guys, they're going to block you. They're going to unfriend you. They're going to unfollow you. Okay. However, doing it the way that I just said is a lot more organically. All right. Number two, this is the second thing that needs to be on your schedule: daily calls. Yes, that wonderful thing that you're actually listening to maybe this podcast on, that's your phone. And guess what happens? When you click the little buttons, it connects you with people. Guys, I'm not trying to be funny, but this is the part of the job that everyone hates. Like, seriously, everyone hates to make phone calls. Nobody likes to make cold calls. And the people who do not trust them. They're probably serial killers, okay? But honestly, less people would fail in real estate if they would actually pick up the phone and make some calls. Now, you should block, and this is what my business coach said, you should block 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening to call people. Okay? Now, who are you calling? You're calling past clients, checking in with them. Are you calling the same like 10 clients every single day? No. Okay? But call some of your past clients. All right? Ask them how things are going. If a holiday just came by, like, okay, we just celebrated New Year's, right? If you're listening to this when it was actually put out. So I could call them and just be like, hey, how was your New Year holiday? How did you celebrate it? Oh my gosh, that sounds great. What am I doing? What's the purpose of this call? I want to reconnect with them. Now, before I get off the phone, I'm going to ask them, hey, I just got new business cards. Even if you didn't get new business cards, hey, I just got new business cards, and I'm going to put some in the mail for you. If you happen to know anybody at work, church, in your neighborhood, any of your friends that are looking to purchase real estate, I would love if you would feel free to please pass those along. Of course, they're going to do that. Okay. Now, who are some other people I can call? My friends, my family, my neighbors, people that are on my website. For sale by owners, you can get that expired and canceled listings all from a title company. There's also companies or programs out there that you can purchase and you can get all that information. So you're going to call all these people, right? Each time you call someone, you want to discuss real estate. Okay. For your social media followers and friends, it's super easy. One of the things you can do is you can go to their feed page, guys. It tells you everything that they've been up to. It's great for a conversation starter. You want to take their business to the next level, make calls. I promise you, if you make, let's say this, 25 calls a day, if you make 25 calls a day for one whole month, I guarantee you, you will close one more transaction than you would have. Probably more. Okay. We just did a challenge with our team. We did 23,000 GCI in 23 days. And part of it was making 23 calls a day, doing two open houses. No, yeah, two open houses a week, one ad on Facebook a day. We did 3 showings, whether it was with an actual like client in front of us, or like if they didn't have a client, it's totally fine. Go live on your social media. Show the house to the people who are on social media. People love to watch videos of seeing beautiful houses. Now, one of the things though that I like to do though, if I'm showing it live, is I will do those like with model homes. So just a little bit of tips. But anyhow, the point is though, so many people stopped doing stuff right before they were getting ready to have a breakthrough. Okay. Personal story. When I was teaching, I always had the kids that like the other teachers wanted to avoid, right? It was the kid that always got sent back from like, library, because library, you're supposed to be quiet. And I always had the students that didn't want to be quiet, right? So anyhow, so I had this one student that I felt like a lot of people had just kind of given up on him. Um, I don't think anyone really had high expectations for this child. They were really low, like academically, they weren't meeting goals, and I just felt like a lot of people had given up on them. So anyhow, they come into my class as a third grader, uh, fairly just completely illiterate. Okay, they were not able to read at all, and I said, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I know that I am a good teacher. I know that I'm committed to helping all students reach their highest level of success that they're capable of. And so for the entire year, I was like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. And the reason why I'm going to do this is because one, I know it's best practice. And two, I know I'm committed to, not, well, basically just not giving up. That child left third grade on a second grade reading level. Were they where they needed to be? No, they were still, a year and a half low. Okay. However, they were a lot better than where they were. Okay. If you do certain activities in your schedule, does that mean you're going to be like, you're going to close 20 million in production? Probably not. Or maybe you will. I don't know. But the point is, you're better off than where you were. Okay. So making calls, yes, it's super important to do. Number 3, your CRM. Your CRM is your database, right? Okay. For our brokerage, KV Core is the CRM that we use. I'm actually a coach for KV Core. I train and coach agents from all around the world on the tools and stuff. But every single day, you should have an hour of you being in your database. Okay. In that database, what are you looking at? You want to see who's looking at properties. You want to see how are people active on there? What kind of campaigns do you have? Are there certain tools in your CRM where you can generate free leads? Like we have squeeze pages and landing pages. There's also some tools and systems that we use to convert for sale by owners and expired listings and canceled listings, right? So you need to be in your CRM for 1 hour a day. Open houses. Yes, you need to do them. Okay. We sell houses. You're a real estate agent. You sell a house. You can't do that from a desk. And people are always like, oh, I need to work at the office. Why? Do you sell offices? Do you sell office furniture? Do you sell office equipment? No, you sell houses. And do you know where people buy houses? At the house. So you need to do an open house. And people are always like, oh, but there's only a couple people who came in. So that's totally fine. Guess what? The people who are going to buy a house are going to come in there. Okay. And you're not going to meet them at all if you don't do it. All right. Number 5, you should show houses. You don't have clients, that's fine. Show 3 houses each week. Go live. Showcase a neighborhood. Showcase a new build. Showcase whatever it is, okay? But people need to remember that you're a real estate agent, okay? So how can you do that without just annoying them? Go live. Go live in a house. Hey guys, we are at Sun Acres. Sun Acres is a new construction in Queen Creek, Arizona. The builder is Tri Point Homes. In this community, you can find all single level homes. Like, do you see what I'm doing right there? I'm basically making a commercial and I don't have to pay for it. And where is it? It's on Facebook. And here's another tip. When you put stuff on Facebook, tag people in it. Share it after you're finished, okay? Have other people share it. Tag people in the actual post so that way it goes to their feed. Lots of good stuff, right? Okay, last thing that needs to go on your schedule, education. Guys, you are, and we all are constantly learning, okay? You have to have a flexible mindset. If you have a fixed mindset and you're like, nope, I know everything, I don't need to know anything else. Guys, there's going to be, hello, if you were born in the early 1900s, you wouldn't know how to use a cell phone, a computer, or maybe even a car, okay? You have to have a flexible mindset. And one of those things is making sure that you're spending an hour a day learning new things. Well, what could you learn? You could learn how to create a reel. You could learn how to write an offer. Okay. You could learn how to read an inspection report. You could go to a CE class, which is continuing education, right? You could do all of these different things, right? The point is you have to keep learning. So if I add up all those things, guys, that's 7 hours right there, right? And if you're doing an open house, well, that's actually over 7 hours. So you have to work your schedule the way that fits your availability. But make sure that you are using the majority of your time in revenue streaming activities. YouTube is great. I have a YouTube channel. Hopefully you follow it or you subscribe, not follow it, right? We don't follow YouTube, we subscribe. Okay, sorry. Okay, so YouTube's great, right? Podcasting, hello, I'm doing podcasting right now, right? It's the bomb. I love creating online self-paced courses. Guys, these are all things that I do that are not necessarily revenue streaming, okay? And we're all given the exact same 24 hours. Now, I didn't start in the business by having a YouTube channel and creating a podcast and doing these self-paced courses. I didn't, okay? I couldn't do the shiny items until after I had established my business. So what was I doing in those first 6 months, 12 months, 18 months of real estate? I was making calls. I was in my CRM. I was doing open houses with someone else because we have not met, but I'm small. I'm small, but I'm mighty, okay? But yes, I do open houses though with other people. All right. I was making sure that I was on social media, and I actually had to take myself off social media for a little bit. I had to give myself like a little sabbatical. And the reason why is because I was comparing myself, which is the thief of joy. Okay. But the point is, you can do this. You can generate revenue. You can create supplemental income, a full-on business. You can do all of these things as long as you're coming into it as a business owner. When you're a real estate agent, you're not someone's employee anymore. You have to get out of that teacher mindset, okay? You are now an entrepreneur. You are running your own business, and guys, you're gonna have to time block in order to make sure that you're successful. Oh my gosh, season 2! I am loving season 2, and it's just started, guys. I hope you find a wealth of knowledge this year. Make sure to connect with me. And guys, if you're looking on Instagram, I'm there. Jackie Durbin AZ. I'm going to spell it out for you. JACKIEDURBINAZ. Guys, it's been great, and I will see you next week. on Hey, Teachers in Real Estate. Bye, guys.